Welcome to Khetz tutorials, and in this video I'll be covering question 41 from 1.1 exercises in James Stewart calculus. So given this piecewise function, and we're asked to find f of minus 3, f of 0, f of 2, and to sketch it. So let's start. So we're now going to look at the conditions that we have, and this one is x greater or equal to 0, by the way. This one says f of minus 3. So minus 3 is our x, which is supposed to substitute. And these functions exist for these conditions. Minus 3 is less than 0. So we'll use the top function to evaluate that one. So to find f of minus 3, we're going to use the one at the top, which exists for x less than 0. So in place of x, we're going to substitute minus 3, and that's what we're going to have. So that is our answer. Then f of 0 falls in this section where x is greater or equal to 0. So x is 0, so we use this function. Now we have 1 minus 0, which gives us a value of 1. Then the last one, f of 2, that x is greater than 0. So it falls in this section as well. So f of 2 would be 1 minus 2 equals minus 1. So these are the three answers for these x values, and we're now going to sketch. So our sketch will now include these points, and we're also going to consider the conditions of our functions. So let's now draw the Cartesian plane first. And we're going to label that. So this is the x-axis. This is the y. So f of x is the same as y. And at 0, that is where the changes happen. So to the left of 0, so the origin, x less than 0, we have this function. And to the right of 0, we have this function. So that's what we're going to sketch. So let's start with the left. So this is a straight line, and both of them are straight lines. This one has a gradient of 1 and a c of 2. Remember that c is your y-intercept. So it has a y-intercept of 2. And it also crosses, so you can calculate the x-intercept as well by setting y to 0. You should find that it's minus 2. So your graph should look like this, where x is less than 0. So this is what your graph should look like. It will cross at minus 2 on the x, as well as at 2 on the y. And the condition is x less than 0. So that point there will actually be open. So that point is not included. And your graph goes on and on to the left. Now at that point at 0, we also have this function. And this one says x greater or equal to 0. So which means that at the 0 point, we're going to include, or we're going to shade our circle. So let's sketch this. This is a function with a gradient of, so this is a straight line with a gradient minus 1 and a c of 1, or a y-intercept of 1, somewhere there at 1. And we know that it's going to cross that point, so you can shade it because it's included the condition x greater or equal to 0. And we're also going to find the x-intercept by setting 1 to 0. That should be 1, somewhere there. So our graph is going to cross 1 on the y and x-axis. So it should look something like this.